Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Did you realize that September is Emergency Preparedness Month? Well, the first thing you need to do is get your family together and make an emergency preparedness plan. Figure out how will you find out when there's an emergency. Will you get alerts on your cell phone? Are you paying attention to the news so you know what's going on in your community? Be aware of the public broadcast announcements that come over the television, and then maybe you need a NOAA emergency weather alert radio. Next, you need a shelter plan. If you're going to shelter in place, you need to know where is the safest part in your home. You need to know how to secure your home, and you need to supply your home. If you needed to stay in your home for an emergency situation, make sure that you have water, food, first aid supplies, sanitation supplies, some hygiene supplies, and the things that you would need to make sure that your home is fortified or protected. Different emergencies require different preparations. If you're sheltering in place and the power could go off, make sure you have an emergency radio so that you can keep track of what's going on in the surrounding area. Next, you need to make an evacuation plan or a bug-out plan. What if you had to leave your home? There are some emergencies when it's not safe to stay, and so you need to leave the area. Make sure you have a bug-out bag with 3 days worth of supplies and emergency equipment. Make sure you also have emergency car kit and the things that you would need in your car. Then you need to have a plan. When would you leave? Where would you go? How would you get there? And where will you stay once you arrive? Make sure you have paper maps that show the safest route to your destination, and always try to make sure you have at least a half a tank full of gas. Follow safe evacuation routes and be alert to hazards. Don't drive through floods. Watch out for downed power lines. Make a communication plan with your family. If you're at your home, where do you meet inside of your home? If you have to get out of your home, where do you meet in your yard or your neighborhood? What if you're away from home at work or at school? Have an area in your neighborhood or your community where you would have a meetup spot. And if you needed to actually evacuate or bug out, make sure you have a plan of how to communicate that to each other and that you know where that location is. Then you need to start gathering the things that keep you safe. Make sure you have an emergency contact list. Gather up a list of your identification, your medical records, your insurance information, your credit card information, work and school contact information. Make sure you have that written down on a piece of paper, and you have it with your bug-out bag or your car emergency kit somewhere important so that you can make sure that you have that even if there is no power or no access to cell phone communication. Each family member needs their own bug-out bag or emergency kit. You need to include in it things like water, food, something to shelter with, such as a Life Bivy emergency sleeping bag. You need some plastic bags, some paracord, a flashlight, a multi-tool, a first aid kit, any medications that you need, and a simple sanitation and hygiene kit. Add to your kit anything that you feel is vital that you would want to have in an emergency situation. Take the opportunity to prepare during National Preparedness Month. Get your family ready so that you are prepared no matter what comes your way. We never know when an emergency is going to come, but you can be sure everybody's going to have to face them sometime in their life. So be ready for whatever comes your way. Learn more at alaskagranny.com. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.